Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my to-be-read pile for October and November 2025. So this is going to be everything that I plan on reading for October and November 2025. Just to quickly rehash the previous TBR, that went very well. As always, I got done a wee bit early so I can start this TBR a little bit earlier, so I can squeeze out more books. Yeah, the previous TBR went very, very well. Definitely some really good books in there. I read like the latest Ruth Ware book, which was pretty great. I finally got around to the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I finally accomplished that and got that series out of the way. But yeah, I read quite a number of pretty good books in the last TBR. So as always, because I can only upload so many videos a month here on this channel, so book reviews are severely behind, yeah guys, and I do mean severely behind. I am still trying to upload book reviews from last year. That's how far behind I am. So if you are ever interested in my instant reactions to a book, I always post book reviews immediately up on Goodreads as soon as I'm done reading a book. And then, yeah, a filmed video review will come sometime in the very far future. But yeah, let's get going with what I plan on reading here for the next 2 months, you guys. As I've been doing for the entirety of this year so far, I have been making my way through the Last Kingdom series by Bernard Cornwell, and I'm getting to the end, you guys. I have 2 books here, and then after I'm done with these 2 books, in December, I'm going to read the final book in the series. So I am nearly finished with this very, very lengthy series because it was 13 books long. So yeah, the next books in the Last Kingdom series is War of the Wolf and Sword of Kings. And yeah, if you have no idea what the Last Kingdom series is about, if you've not been watching my TBRs at all, the Last Kingdom series, you may be familiar with it through the Netflix TV series. I loved that Netflix TV series, you guys. And yeah, it's about a young man named Uhtred, and yeah, it takes place like in the Anglo-Saxon period, like during the reign of Alfred the Great, for instance. And yet Uhtred is he's born a Saxon, but then like he gets kidnapped and he's raised to become a Dane. So the entire series, the entire saga of the Last Kingdom is about Uhtred's kind of dual personalities, if you will, almost, you know, his personas, you know, that he's both Saxon, he's both Dane, and his loyalties kind of go all over the place, you know. And he helps certain people, and then sometimes he won't, and it's great. Uhtred is a really, really fantastic character. And yeah, so far this series, I'm really glad I'm getting to the end of it, because it's kind of, like I said, it's 13 books long, and it's starting to get to that point in the series that it's starting to feel its length, and I'm kind of getting a little bit like restless with it, if that makes sense. So I'm glad I'm approaching the end. And and also, to be very, very blunt and honest, I do definitely prefer the TV series over the books. That might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like this is one of those rare cases where a TV series is far superior to the books. Once again, my opinion. I also plan on reading this graphic novel version of Natalie Babbitt's Tuck Everlasting. You guys, I can't express how much I love Tuck Everlasting. The very first time that I experienced this book, I believe I was in 5th grade. My teacher sat us all down, because we would have like a reading hour, like after recess. You know, after recess, we would all just kind of come back to the room. My teacher would turn off the lights, and she would just read to us while we kind of rested from, you know, outside playtime, you know. So Tuck Everlasting was a book that my 5th grade teacher read, and it has just stuck with me. It's one of my favorite children's books. And so yeah, I found out that there was a graphic novel version of Tuck Everlasting, and I was like, I have to get this. If you don't know what Tuck Everlasting is about, I believe it's set like during the early 1900s, if I'm not mistaken, and it follows a young girl named Winnie, and she kind of stumbles into the woods, and she runs into this family named the Tucks. And here's the thing about the Tucks. They can't die. You guys, they are immortal. They have drank some mysterious water, and now they are immortal. So the whole story is about Winnie and her relationship with the Tucks, and it's a story about like life and death. You know, it's for a children's book. It is very, very deep and thought-provoking and very emotional. Yeah, I love the book. Yeah, I really love the movie that came out like years and years ago. Yeah, guys, that I love that movie. So I can't wait to see how this graphic novel goes. It's probably not going to be as good as the book, obviously, you know, but I'm still interested to see like a picture format of the book. Next up, I plan on reading The Hounding by Zenobi Purvis, I think is how the name is pronounced. So let me read you the plot synopsis of this book because it's pretty great. Even before the rumors about the Mansfield girls begin, Little Nettlebed is a village steeped in the uncanny, from strange creatures that wash up on the riverbank to portentous ravens gathering on the roofs of people about to die. But when the villagers start to hear barking and one claims to see the Mansfield sisters transform before his very eyes, the allegations spark fascination and fear like nothing has before. The truth is that though the inhabitants of Little Nettlebed have never much liked the Mansfield girls, a little odd, think some, a little high on themselves perhaps, they've always had plenty to say about them. As the rotating and frequently conflicting perspectives of 5 villagers quickly make clear, now is no exception. Even if local belief in witchcraft is waning, an aversion to difference is as widespread as ever, and these narratives all point to the same ultimate conclusion. Something isn't right in Little Nettlebed, and the sisters will be the ones to pay for it. So this sounds like kind of a horror book to some degree, something unsettling to it. Are these girls really transforming into dogs? Is it all just local superstition, people just kind of seeing what they want to see, or are the girls just normal and average? I guess we shall see. It's not a very long book at all. It is very, very short. Next up, I plan on reading the latest by Dan Brown. Yeah, guys, I don't care what anybody says about these Robert Langdon books by Dan Brown. I have a guilty pleasure for them. I really love them and enjoy them. They're fun, they're action-packed, they're fast-paced. Yes, are they a little over the top and extreme and things are kind of happening like what the hell is going on? You know, it's like sometimes you really have to suspend your disbelief with these books, but I love them for what they are. They're just fun action-adventure thrillers for me. So yeah, the latest by Dan Brown, featuring the character of Robert Langdon, The Secret of Secrets. Ooh. So let's find out together what this book is about, because to be honest, I have not even read the plot synopsis. I just immediately purchased this book because it's Dan Brown, you know, featuring Robert Langdon as the main character, you know, so that was enough for me to purchase the book. So let's see. Robert Langdon, esteemed professor of symbology, has traveled to Prague to attend a groundbreaking lecture by Catherine Solomon, a prominent noetic scientist with whom he has recently begun a romantic relationship. You know, I think I remember Catherine from a previous book. Was it The Lost Symbol? Was she the character in The Lost Symbol, I think? Let's see. Catherine is on the verge of publishing a breakthrough book that contains explosive scientific discoveries about the nature of human consciousness, revelations that threaten to disrupt centuries of established belief. Of course, Robert Langdon, he always gets himself wrapped up into something that's going to like blow the minds of the world. You know, like some notion that we've always had a strong belief in, and it's going to get suddenly upturned with whatever craziness is about to happen. When a brutal murder, of course there's a murder, catapults the trip into chaos, Catherine suddenly goes missing and her manuscript is destroyed. Desperate to find the woman he loves, Langdon embarks on a thrilling race through the mystical landscape of Prague, ruthlessly hunted by a powerful organization, of course, and a chilling assailant, of course, sprung from the city's ancient mythology. Seriously, this sounds like typical drama that the character of Robert Langdon gets himself into. And, you know, seriously, is Tom Hanks going to do any more of these movies? Because we got like 3 movies, didn't we? We got like 3 Robert Langdon movies, and then I know the Peacock streaming service, they did like a Langdon TV series that was based off of one of the books. So I don't know if Tom Hanks is just not interested in playing the character anymore. I don't know. But yeah, I love the movies too. They're like my guilty pleasure. Next up, I plan on reading the latest by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. And I say this all the time, you know, J.K. Rowling has said some things that aren't very nice, obviously. But I'm a sucker for these books. Okay, I can't help it. I'm a sucker for these books. They're a guilty pleasure for me. So yeah, this is the latest by J.K. Rowling in the Strike series, The Hallmarked Man. So let's see. I honestly don't know what's happening in this book. I picked it up because I love these characters. Let's see. A dismembered corpse is discovered in the vault of a silver shop. The police initially believe it to be that of a convicted armed robber, but not everyone agrees with that theory. One of them is Decima Mullins, who calls on the help of private detective Cormoran Strike, as she's certain the body in the silver vault was that of her boyfriend, the father of her newborn baby, who suddenly and mysteriously disappeared. The more Strike and his business partner Robin Ellicott delve into the case, the more labyrinthine it gets. The silver shop is no ordinary one. It's located beside Freemasons Hall and specializes in Masonic silverware. Seriously, where's Robert Langdon? Let's bring in Robert Langdon from, you know, the Dan Brown universe and cross it over into the Strike universe. Oh my god, I would love that. Okay. And in addition to the armed robber and Decima's boyfriend, it becomes clear that there are other missing men who could fit the profile of the body in the vault. My god. As the case becomes ever more complicated and dangerous, Strike faces another quandary. Robin seems increasingly committed to her boyfriend, policeman Ryan Murphy. Oh man, are they together? Damn it. Sorry, that was a tangent from me. But the impulse to declare his own feelings for her is becoming stronger than ever. Oh, seriously, I can't wait to get to this latest installment. And I love the TV show. Does anybody else freaking love the TV adaptation of these books? Because yeah, every time a new book comes out, I always picture, because the characters in the show, Tom Burke and Holiday Granger, they play the main characters. I love their chemistry on that show, and every time I read these books, I always picture them as the characters in these books. So yeah, I definitely can't wait for like another season of the show. I love the show so much. And yeah, hopefully this book is good. I'm really looking forward to it, because like the last couple books I really enjoyed. And I will have room for one more book, so I'm going to pull out my TBR jar here and draw from this never-ending pile of books. And again, why did I not shuffle it? I didn't take the time before filming to shuffle this, so we might be about to have a natural disaster here, you guys. So, okay, here we go. Let's just be brave. Let's go in. Okay, I'm trying to dig to the middle, because all the old stuff is like near the bottom and to the middle. Okay, let's see. What have I picked out here? It's all going to come tumbling out. I know it is. Please don't. Oh no, I've lost it. I've lost the one my finger was on. I think I found it. I'm determined to keep hold of the one that I've collected. Lord, this is going to be a disaster, you guys. A disaster in the making. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Stay in. Stay in. Okay, I want this green one. I think I want this green one. Okay. Okay, this is traumatizing. This is very traumatizing for me, okay? Okay, after all that drama, okay, let's see. What did I pick from the TBR jar? This is always the most exciting, fun part. Oh, yay. Okay. Where is this book? This is then this is the least fun part, is trying to remember where in my room it is. Well, that was irritating. It took me forever to find this book. I kept like going right by it every single time. Anyway, the book that I picked out from the TBR jar is The Forgotten Names by Mario Escobar. And yeah, I'm definitely very excited to get around to this, because this sounds really good. 5 years after the highly publicized trial of Klaus Barbie, the Butcher of Leon, or Lion, maybe, law student Valerie began her doctoral research into the 108 children who disappeared 50 years earlier, children who somehow managed to escape deportation and certain death in the German concentration camps. She soon discovers that their rescue was no unexplainable miracle. It was the result of a coordinated effort by clergy, civilians, the French resistance, and members of other humanitarian organizations who risked their lives as part of a committee dedicated to saving those most vulnerable innocents. Theirs was a heroic act without precedent in Nazi-occupied Europe, made possible due to a loophole in the Nazi agenda to deport all Jewish immigrants from the country. Illegally recognize exemption for unaccompanied minors. Therefore, to save their children, the Jewish mothers were asked to make the ultimate sacrifice of abandoning them forever. Yeah, it says it's told in like dual timelines. So yeah, this sounds really, really good. Can't wait to get to it. So you guys, that is everything that I plan on reading for the next 2 months. In the comments below, have you guys read any of these books? Do you plan on reading any of them? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.